Thanks for the support as a channel member, Heskey. Right, we'll make a deal. If we get to the Champions League group stages, I will buy a suit and I will wear it for the first group game. Deal? Deal. Hello and welcome to part 37 of the Greek Odyssey. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have our, I forget what it's called. Let me read it from here. The Champions League best placed second qualifying round first and second legs against Club Brugge. It's such a catchy name. It rolls off the tongue. We face Club Brugge in both of these games. If you missed yesterday's transfer special, you might have missed the fact that we have assembled a very, very good team. I am very much liking the look of what we've put together here. We've got some good strength in depth in all positions. I don't know that we're completely finished with our transfers yet, but we don't need to be. There's still a month of transfer window to go yet. But the job first is to get into the Champions League, because then we'll know if we can afford to spend even more money. So Bruges are a 3.5-star team. I don't think we have the Belgian leagues loaded, no, but they have won the Belgian league for the last 3 years in a row. So they are a team that theoretically are better than us, because we are a 3-star team who haven't been winning our league. And I imagine their league is probably a better league. There you go. We're the 12th best league in the world. They're the 10th best league in the world. So you would expect them to be better than Olympiacos. And Olympiacos made it to the knockout rounds of the Champions League last year. So we shouldn't be expecting to win, is what I'm getting at here. So I'm trying to set this up so you don't all throw bottle job comments at me if we lose, because we should lose. But you never know. It's always nice to dream. And this is the team we're putting out there. Some new faces and some familiar faces mixing together. And hopefully we'll put on a bit of a show. We're going with new boy Mendy in goal. A back four of new signing Pritchard alongside other new signing Michaelis. Ryan Lawson, who's just going to be here forever. And the January signing, who we never got to play in January because he went straight back on loan, Juan. LeBrew at the base of the midfield, who must be competing with Lawson for the appearance record for us now. We'll keep an eye on that. Etebo, new boy, alongside one of the old guard now, Androutsos in midfield, and then a very familiar front three, because why change it when we know how good it was last year? Jura, Marola and Emanuelidis up front. Let's get into this. This is our home leg. This is super duper important. If we've got any chance of making it through to, we don't even get to the playoff from this one. It would be the third qualifying round if we make it through here. But the third qualifying round, as we saw yesterday, looks a little bit easier than this game. So if we can make it past, that's not ideal. Less than 2 minutes on the clock. And Androutsos presumably has broken his leg, because you don't get an immediate injury just like that if it's not serious. And that's going to be problematic. Chirivella can play. He can do that role. But that's not ideal. If Androutsos is properly injured straight away, that's going to make it more difficult for us to make. They've only got 5 subs, by the way. It looks like they're not ready. But that's going to make it much harder for us to win the tie. But also mean that if it's a serious injury, we're going to have to go and get another midfielder, because we're a little bit light in midfield anyway, having lost Duffy and Slattery. Jura's in there, though. Nods it down for Marola. This hand was celebrating. I thought that was in. How does Marola miss that chance? That was such a big chance for Marola. I thought his days of missing chances like that were behind him after the way he performed in the second half of last season. Maybe he needs Damien here to push him. Maybe he needs to feel like his place in the team is under threat for him to really, really perform. Or maybe it was just his first chance of the season. It's a little bit of a miss and he'll be better from now on. I'm hoping it's that final option. Right. We have started very brightly, though, 25 minutes in, and Club Brugge haven't even had a shot yet. Jura now trying to get another attack going. Plays it over the top to Marola. I think Marola must be offside. It's a big miss. Again from Marola, who has now had 2 clear-cut chances. We have got new boy Kwame on the bench, who, if Marola keeps missing at the rate he's missing, will be coming on sooner rather than later, because we should be ahead in this tie. And the only reason we're not is because Marola had those 2 enormous misses. Right, we're going to continue down the underdog route, because for the most of the team, it seemed pretty successful in that first half. I just don't know what's up with this man. He was so good last year. Oh, please don't tell me he's he's going to be rubbish again. That was the whole reason we wanted to bring Damien in the first place, because Marola was terrifyingly inconsistent when he was our main striker. And I was convinced he was over that. Right, they're in here, and their first shot, well, their second shot, but they're now ahead. And that is the kind of clinical finishing that gets you through to Champions League group stages. We have absolutely controlled the game. We have been the better team. We've had more chances. We've had 2 absolute sitters. They get 1 chance, and they're 1-0 up. And this is not good. We're going to take Marola off. Kwame, this is our new boy. He likes to be a pressing forward. So you know what? I like a pressing forward too. Go up there and be a pressing forward. And let's see what you've got. See if you can offer us something different to what Marola offered. I.e. missing everything. That's not me writing Marola off forever, but he's clearly not having a good day today. So we may as well give the new boy a try in the hope that we can try and salvage something from this game. But they're in again here. Luckily, it was good defending. There's no luck involved there. You got to give credit where it's due. That was some good defending from our centre-backs. But Bruges are coming out. Like, they've gone up a gear, and we are struggling to stay in the game at the moment, despite the fact we've controlled most of it up until this point. Right, 20 minutes to go, and Emanuelidis also not having the best of times. We don't have a right wing on the bench. We've got Paniolis, who's a left winger, but Jura can't play left wing, neither can he. So I'm going to have to leave Emanuelidis on, which was the change I wanted to make. So we might not make a change right now. We'll give it another few minutes. We've got a corner. It's Jura to take it. It's an in-swinger. And I've just noticed the match stats are in the wrong place. Etebo, first proper look at him. Plays it back to Juan, who plays it all the way back to Mendy. And that is... this isn't what you expect to see from your own corner. Michaelis now. Across to Lawson. Lawson, back to Michaelis. I feel like there's a mistake coming. And it's going to lead to a Club Bruges goal. Because otherwise, why is this a highlight? It started with our corner. And it's very weird. Jura nods it down to Kwame. It might be that we're going to go and counter-attack and grab a goal of our own. Jura, again, who's been very good today. Plays it inside to Lebrew. Chirivella. Emanuelidis is on the overlap. And that's another big chance. I mean, he didn't do as badly as Marola did. It's a good save from their keeper. But that's 3 clear-cut chances now to their 0. Oh, Kwame. Another good save. Right, we go again with another corner, but this time not even worth a highlight. And they've got a big free kick. Lawson heads clear. Michaelis heads it the rest of the way. And now Kwame turns and runs. And he's going to have players supporting him in the middle. Jura, Emanuelidis, they're all going to be up there. He decides to... I think that's a shot. But it was a very poor one, if it was. And... how am I feeling about our striker situation right now? Not great. Currently, they both seem to have a little bit of stage fright, which is not good. We very nearly conceded our second goal there. We don't want to see if it was across the line because it might have been, and then I'll feel bad. It was never across the line. Let's not worry about that. Right, we have Simic on the bench. Maybe Simic comes on. Right, Jura is shattered. So let's get Paniolis on. And we've turned down multiple £1 million offers this summer for him. So maybe this will be his year to come and show us that he's arrived, and he'll come and do a Lebrew or a Lawson and be the next one of our youngsters off the conveyor belt to force his way into the first team. I'm very disappointed with this result. Look at those stats. Watch the game again. We deserved better from that. And maybe we'll turn it around in the second leg. But we've left ourselves with a lot to do. Well, the Androutsos injury, not as bad as we feared it might be. He's only going to be out for a couple of weeks with a pulled calf muscle. So Chirivella comes in for this second leg. We've shuffled the defence around for a more familiar look back there as well, with Kalapitas and Kios both coming back in at the back. We've just turned down a £1.2 million offer for Kalapitas from, I think it was from Perugia. So there's some interest starting to appear in him as our utility defender. So we want to just remind him that we still love him. He's still very much in the plans, even though Juan played in the last game. Michelis is injured, which is why he's having to step out for Kios to come back in. So, you know, I'll make out that it's getting the more familiar look back. It's partly forced on me, and partly I think Calapetas might still be my first choice at the back. Right, let's do a passionate. We owe them. We want revenge. Because we know we're better than this team. We are a better football team than Club Bruges. The thing that we didn't have in that first leg was prolific finishing, and they did. So I'm now hoping that we can turn things around in this second leg, and if we can grab the first goal, it starts to make things very interesting, and we might just sneak past them. And like I said, if we sneak past this lot, I think we win the next round as well. I can't remember who we're playing, but I know it looks like an easier job than this one. And then there's the playoff ahead of us. And then if we can get as far as the playoff, we're one tie away from the group stages and the gazillions that come with it. But it's all a big if and revolves around us getting something out of this game. And we've only had 27% of the possession in the first 15 minutes. So maybe we're not better than Club Bruges. Maybe they just were only ever in second gear in the game at our place. They came there not to lose. They grabbed a goal. It was efficient. They didn't need to overextend themselves. And now they'll just batter us at their place. There's every chance that could be what's going on. I mean, for context, their biggest signing last summer cost them £14 million. We've not spent £14 million in our entire history. So they are operating on a different level. Weirdly, they've only got 5 people on the bench again, which I don't really get why they're only putting 5 people on the bench. I know we've not got Belgium as a playable league. That kind of finishes us off, I think. If we can come back from here, it's one of the great comebacks in history. It isn't going to happen. They've had 2 clear-cut chances to our 0. They're playing as well as we did in the first leg and controlling the game as well as we did in the first leg. The big difference between the two of us is when they were controlling the game, they scored. When we were controlling the game, they scored. Amanalidis trying to get a crossover, but it is blocked. Lebru plays it back to Calapetas, who is looking for options ahead of him. Big ball forward from him, looking for a Tabo, who's in. It's a mistake from their defender and the goalkeeper, and we have an immediate reply, and maybe this isn't all over. Peter Atabo, his first ever goal for Apollon, and it's Club Bruges 1, Apollon Smyrnis 1, still 2-1 to Bruges on aggregate. I don't know if away goals count. Obviously, we've got 1 each at the moment, but I'm now wondering, that's terrible from their defender. I don't know what he's thinking. But if we can grab a second goal, are we ahead in the tie then on away goals? I assume they count because they count later on in the Champions League. So why wouldn't they count now? Jura now with a free kick and Amanalidis is in! Oh my word! That was a chance! Amanalidis has had big chances in both of these games. I think we've got a little bit of nerves because it's such a big game. Lebru now with the shot. But we've come to life with that goal. This is what I'm talking about. We need to capitalise on this. When we're playing well, we need to score goals, not just have them gifted to us, and we don't. We don't. I don't know if it's naivety, I don't know if it's nerves or inexperience or whatever it might be, but we've created some chances across these 2 games, more than they have, but they're the ones scoring the goals. They gave us a little moment there where we believed, but I think that's done now. Let's get assertively looking for revenge. We're going to go attacking immediately, and we've just got to go for it. Marola has been completely absent again, which, like I say, it is a worrying sign. If he is afraid of big games, then he cannot be our striker, because we plan to play in a lot of big games over the next few years. Etobo, ball over the top. Marola is in. Can he score? He cannot. We saw him from that similar position in the cup final the other day, round the goalkeeper and assuredly just tuck the shot away. Where is that David Marola? Why is he not here today when we need him most? Amanalidis looks like he really wants it. Pritchard. No. Right. Come on, a goal back here, and we can have a really interesting last 20 minutes of this game. Etebo Looking for options. Can't find him. Gives it to Kios. Chirivella now. We've not seen much of him today. Beautiful pass from Marola, who misses again and was offside. And I've had it with Marola. He's just fluffing too many lines. Let's get Kwame on. And see if he can offer us something different. I.e. a finish, maybe. The whole attack's not playing well. I'll get Paniolis on again. Not really got anybody who can come on from Analidis. In fact, Tabo can go forward. So we can do this. What foot does he play with? Right only. We'll leave him as a winger then. And we are going to demand more. A very different looking front three now. Come on. Throw the kitchen sink at it, boys. Very attacking. Let's get the keeper forward. Get the keeper forward from corners. It's the worst that could happen. Because he's 6'6". He is going to be a proper threat. In fact, let's get him on the near post. Let's aim for the near post. I mean, I don't think we're going to grab... Imagine if he scores twice and gets us through. He'd be a legend immediately. But let's just hope for something. Show some passion. Anything. Somebody do something. Just nothing. Just nothing. Oh, I'm so disappointed. I really thought we were better paced to get through this year. And realistically, we probably were. I think we've given a better account of ourselves this year than we did last year. But now we have to go and play Standard Liège to get into the Europa League. And that's arguably as hard as Club Bruges. I mean... Okay, it's not, because Bruges are the one who've consistently been winning the league, and Liège haven't even been finishing in the top three. So, okay, well, we got a little bit of money, and now I guess we do we want to string this out again? Would that get us straight in? No, there's still a playoff afterwards. Right, I think what we'll do is we'll just do the second leg of Standard Liège in the next episode. And then if we win it, we'll do the playoff in the same episode. And if not, we'll just get into the start of the new season. Because otherwise, we're going to string this out for like a 4-episode summer again. And it was fine the first time, but it does feel like things are being stretched out a little bit if we keep doing it. So just the second leg of Standard Liège. And then either a playoff game or that first game of the season against Offie. I'm so disappointed about the way that has gone. I was convinced we were going to get into the Champions League this year. And I don't even know why. There was no logic to it. We haven't even won our domestic league yet, but maybe I got a bit ahead of myself. Now I'm sad. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.